Okay, staying with PlayStation 2 shoot 'em ups, I thought I'd revisit a game that I did a bit of a compilation video on earlier in the life of my channel. You can go back and see it, and it's a game called Espgaluda. I did include it, like I said, in a bit of a compilation video to have a quick look at and give a bit of background information about the Espgaluda series, which sort of started with Espgaluda in the arcade, went to Espgaluda, and then Espgaluda 2. I think the PlayStation version of Espgaluda, in my opinion, is an absolutely fantastic game. It really is, and it's certainly worthy of its own gameplay video. I won't talk too much about the history, because I've done that in a previous video already. So if you want to see that, if you go back and review some of the other videos, you'll see the compilation video that I've done. The PlayStation 2 version, well, I'll start with the arcade version. I haven't got the arcade board, unfortunately. It was released in the arcade in 2003, and the PlayStation 2 port was released in 2004, year afterwards. There's 3 modes on the PlayStation 2 version. There's the classic arcade mode. Apologies, I'm just reading this off some notes that I've made. There's simulation mode and also an arrange mode. Anyone that is used to seeing cave conversions, for instance on the Xbox 360, will know the arrange mode is quite a common addition to their ports that they do. And they change various things like a lot of background music, some of the levels change, some of the actual mechanics are slightly different. But for the purpose of this gameplay video, we'll just concentrate on the arcade mode, which is, as it suggests, is actually the arcade version that you'd see on the PCB. Some people don't get cave games, the bullet hell shooters, and certainly I, for one, I really enjoy them, but I enjoy them for what they are. I don't get too anal about the different scoring mechanics, because each cave game of the bullet hell type games can get slightly complicated as regards to how you play them. Now obviously it's a shooter, so you just got to shoot everything. Well, that's not strictly the case with the bullet hell games. There is some thought that's required and a lot of skill, and to be fair with the cave games, to get the best out of them, you really have got to put a lot of gameplay time into them. I've got to be honest, I haven't got the time, I don't get the time, so I play it for what it is. So I'll just go on it, I'll have a quick blast. I think that's probably the same for a lot of collectors. They've got so many games, you're not going to spend weeks and months on end actually mastering each game. Okay, you have your favourites, admittedly. I certainly have, and there's some games that I'm a lot better than what I am on others, because I haven't put the gameplay time into them. But don't let that detract you from either thinking about looking at cave games for PlayStation 2 or whatever format you've got. They are a really good game. They look absolutely awesome, and I think they play really well. And if you're just into a quick blast, you can still play the game. You don't have to get too anal about the scoring mechanism. So I try not to get too involved in that. I do try to understand the various gaming mechanics on the various cave games, but I don't get too bent out of shape about it. But one of the biggest differences with the cave games is there's distinctly 2 types of shoot 'em ups. There's a survival shoot 'em up, as regards to you just blast everything, you just try and get through the stages to complete each stage. Or there's complicated, or can be complicated, scoring mechanics, where you could, for instance, go through one loop of a cave game and you could score, I don't know, we'll just say 1 million points, and it's fairly artificial, but if you actually took on board the actual scoring mechanics of the game and you went through the same loop, you could get 50 million points. So it depends on how you want to play it. If you just want to enjoy yourself, then don't get too bent out of shape about how to do it. You've got various options in the games. So I'll go into some gameplay video, and hopefully you'll be able to see actually how awesome this game is. Thanks. Right, so Espgaluda then for the PlayStation 2. I thought I'd do a quick sort of run through of some of the mechanics of the game very quickly, without actually trying to play the game, if you see what I mean. I will play it, but I won't actually try and play it properly, purely because I can't talk and survive at the same time on this game. You just get absolutely manic, as you could perhaps see a bit by that track sequence. So I'll just quickly try and show you the actual game of mechanics. So you got 1 or 2 players, and they got different shot weapons, basically. Right, I might get killed quite a few times as I go through this, but right, so you've got a normal shot where if you just press the fire button, you basically kill everything, and you actually collect these green crystals. And the green crystals will increase your crystal value, which should be seen up in the top left corner of the screen. And if you keep the button pressed, you get continuous shot. So that's one of the fires. Another one you've got is this one here. It does the same single shot if you keep pressing it. If you keep it pressed, sorry, it does the same single shot as the previous one. If you keep it pressed, you get these lasers appear. Now, as you get power-ups through the game, this shot here will increase in its thickness and its width. But the thing is if you keep the button pressed for auto fire mode on this particular shot, it actually slows your ship down. Oh, sorry, slows you down. So if you want to move around the screen quickly, then you have to go for the single shot. But if you want to concentrate power on something to kill it quicker, then you keep your button pressed. That's that. Right, now before we were collecting these green crystals, if I show you what that does, it's this here. It actually does slow down. So as I'm on the slow down feature now, and the actual crystal values are going down, you can see them counting down. And it's supposed to be half the speed of the bullets. And the good thing is that when you shoot a ship that's ejecting bullets at you, you actually get points and tokens. Now what's happened now is that the crystal counter has gone to 0. This means your bullets change to red, which means they're actually quicker than what they are under the normal blue thing. So I've just turned off that function now. So that's quite useful. That facility is quite useful for actually slowing down slowing down bullets. When they change to the pink colour, they're a lot slower than what they are when they're blue. But obviously if you run out of your green gems, and the actual enemy bullets turn red, and they get even faster than the blue ones, so you have to turn that facility off, really. Because if you keep it on, then you're going to get mashed up really quickly. Right, so that's the power up. So again, the beam's getting slightly thicker on that now. Now the other feature is a shield. See that, does that, and if you let go when you're on the shield, you get a massive shot. Now you've only got a certain amount of shield, and I can't think off the top of my head what increases your shield again. I think you have to collect certain tokens, I think, or certain power-ups I should say. because I got killed there, I actually got my full shield back. Let that rip. Go to red, so I'll just stop that before it does. It does actually get really manic at times, as with most of the bullet hell shooters from Cave. Shield on. So that's stage 2 clear. Now obviously I've continued a few times on this run, but if I was playing a bit better, I would be, sorry, if I was playing properly, I would do slightly better, I've got to be honest. Not loads, but slightly better. Jesus.